They've got themselves the Zoe, the J got an advantage, but what are you doing with it? And that's going to be the biggest test, I feel, for LGD in this series. And oh, we're going to have a fight.
2v2 on the bot side. Garvey's in trouble. Flashes away, but one more auto should do the trick. Garvey ticking down, but he survives on barely any HP. But the Q goes through and the feathers pierce his heart.
To the World Championship group stage. Yes, it's a completely different roster to what it was, but as an organization, one of the oldest in the entire league with thousands of mid lane threats, he'd be doing very well for himself.
I do apologize if you can hear my dog in the background. Millie gets very stressed when things like post happen. Garvey also gets stressed in these situations, as you can see. Completely panics and whiffs in the lane.
On the other side, if you're able to get ahead and you get ahead of the curve in terms of power and you're already at a full item as they're coming up.
Early burst damage. You're not necessarily looking even to be the assassin. You're looking to be that crit AD carry. Herald dropped in the mid lane, though. Should give priority to EDG. They're looking for a fight as the Solar Flare goes wide. Flash away from Mako. Now they can get onto the Dragon. Flandre trying to keep everyone away, but LGD are not going down without a fight here. The re-engage, but Chance misses the hook. Going to be rooted up. And Quay, barely any HP to work with as he has to back away from the Dragon. Uniboy gets the trouble bubble in, and health bar's starting to get low on either side. Colt goes in, Chance goes golden, keep himself alive, and it's pure chaos in the Dragon Pit. Garvey trying to survive, but one more auto as he flashes over the wall.
It's still alive!
And now Mako on the backside is Colt looking for more, but this Olaf is on a tear. Uniboy under the Dragon, but he's 1 versus 3 and cut down by the Chaos Storm. Dragon goes the way of EDG.
They kind of just clean up house after that.
Yeah, really, really difficult to win these fights at this point. And let's bear in mind what we talked about earlier. LGD don't actually want a straight-up 5v5, and they definitely don't want Uniboy to be caught out without a hope or a prayer here. He's going to try and get away. Has Flash available, but I don't think there's any getaway. Maybe should have just held on to Flash, honestly, because 3v1...
On the side of LGD, you need another win condition.
Yeah, I mean, even when you just look at the runes, it tells a story. Hang on a second here. Scout's trying to get away with a recall. Chance isn't going to let him, though. The Chaos Storm comes on down, and there's a TP coming through as well. Scout flashes, dodges the hook, keeps himself alive, and gets one in the 1v2. And now Quay, chased out of the fight by Flandre. Colt is here, though, and suddenly the numbers advantage to LGD. But Colt's gone too deep, too fast. Will survive for now. Flandre trying to keep this fight going as
Look where everything is in terms of, you know, the minions and the waves. That's gonna, yes, you gain a kill, but you lose one. So it's a 1-for-1 trade, and you lose a OP item. It's not inherently OP, but it adds so much extra room for skill.
That needs to win in the early game. They will play fast, and they will win in the early game. This is a team that is incredibly disciplined. Flandre in a 1v1 now with Colt. Does have a lot of sustain, and he's got some support from Mako as well. Everybody arrives, and Viper's there to grab the kill secure.
That is questionable at best from Colt. And okay, Viper.
I don't know what Garvey was thinking.
Your defense of this Baron is effectively all on Uniboy or, you know, Quay getting a steal. This is so difficult. Flash in, start. They're going to kill him.
Quay does not get to go for a steal here. Mako is having none of it. Back into the pit they go. EDG, they're just going to rinse and repeat this. Anytime LGD comes anywhere near, they're going to be obliterated.
This is just a massacre from the side of EDG. LGD
flexing at this point. We talked about him being a 3-item AD carry. Well, he's got 3 items and a BF sword to boot. Garvey now has stepped way too far forward once again. Will sidestep the Solar Flare, though. There's a little overzealous on the Solar Flare, to be honest, from Mako, but they're still just going to be able to go for a dive here. They are so far ahead. They don't need to... What tower? They don't see a tower. They're not afraid of this one. Garvey goes into the backline. Somehow the lifesteal kept him alive for a second there, but now Garvey is just going to get chased out from Scout. Scout even decides to commit the flash for this one. Uniboy flashes away, but Flandre is basically invincible, so he's going to be fine. And now onto the inhibs they go. EDG are done with this one, Penguin. They're not stopping anytime soon.
For EDG, the call from them was just like you said, we're now at the point where our composition is stronger, straight up. Doesn't matter about towers, doesn't matter about team compositions. Ours is just better. They slow themselves into a nice and correct game. Great start to this series.
Beautiful stuff. And the speed at which they accelerated with that Baron. Apparently EDG stands for end the damn game because they closed this one out. But honestly, like, we'll see it again. Maybe Mako can prove me wrong. I've been thoroughly underwhelmed by Maokai's support, though.
Blue buff, you kind of generally see the Weaver's Wall invested to try and make it an outplay of an outnumbered play in the skirmish, but Scout in a little bit of trouble mid.
Oh, this is the problem with the Syndra matchup for Zoe. You cannot dodge the E off the back of the stun. You don't have any mobility. Unfortunately, Chance picked that one up. I think it was...
Start for them coming into this game too.
We do have a 2v1 right now on the bottom side of the map. Garvey cannot really overextend as Flandre is opted into a 2v1 here. JJ's arriving though. Ultimate not going to be available for Flandre, and he's taken down before the fight even begins. JJ, too late to his own birth, kind of gain control of this game because right now LGD is setting the pace.
And this is kind of the question marks, I suppose, we've had with EDG and why certain, they were so vastly different in certain casters' eyes. And I have to stop myself as, oh, great steal.
Beautiful steal coming on through. Colt is going to get the Herald. He's going to get himself a kill as a bonus on top. He goes down, but he goes down a hero. He'll be saluted by everyone in the LGD fan base. In the meantime, oh, no Viper gets one. How does he pull a kill out in that situation? But Garvey's in trouble. In the meantime, Colt is going to get himself a Rift Herald on the top side. Should be able to take a couple of plates. At the very least, the Root Caller once again. Garvey is a Root Caller magnet. He gets hit every single time. He's going to go down this time. The kill goes the way of Viper. Mako dodges the Swirl Seed, but he's still going to be taken down by Quay, who just hops away with the watch out with the bot lane prio as well. They can just move over to this dragon. This will be their second of the game as well. So LGD, they got themselves a gold.
And a big, massive global cooldown not available for the side of EDG. And they position so aggressively. This is why I was so confused. They're looking for a reset, but
sneak it away, but they're forced back out of the play. Sleepy Trouble Bubble in the middle of everyone, but doesn't connect. Smite fight is the case, and it's going to go the way of EDG. First Drake of the game for them, and now the fight ensues, but EDG health bar's already low. Garvey jumps onto the backline and finds an assassination. In the meantime, 4 members strong. Knock up across the team. Here's Quay trying to finish him off. Health bar's dipping down on both sides. The Scout picking up more and more kills. Quay trying to escape, but the speed boost is there. One more Q would do it, and a Trouble Bubble to boot.
Unforced errors is
Garvey thinks he can get a couple of hits in, flashes straight on top of him, gets the stun, finishes off the kill. So really, really nicely done. Not just to get a lot of pressure out in terms of zoning, but to follow it up and find a kill for himself. Hook goes through. JJ's going to be fine, though. Chance has gone a bit too deep for this one. Garvey now jumps in as well, gets the kill onto JJ. Mako's on one side, Colt's surrounding them in LGD. They are not going to let this game go without a fight. Scout gets one to answer, but it's 2 versus 3 here as Quay tries to find his way in. Colt going to be trying to stop Scout escaping. One more boomerang does the trick, and now Flandre on a blast cone trying to escape for himself. Quay hopping around, chasing him down.
I didn't check on the mini-map, and that is why they hard committed to that play. They knew that the super fed from LGD, they did not expect the fact that EDG would just send off Flandre to deal with.
Scout survives though. Baron at half HP as Flandre is still heading towards the mid lane. He's nowhere near right now. This has to be a steal basically from JJ. Flashes into the pit, looks for it, won't be able to find it for himself. Colt goes down though. It's 1 for 1 when it comes to the kills, and EDG want to turn this into a fight. Mako gonna go into this one, but the Zhonya's keeping Quay alive for now. Will bounce away from the play, but Chance is gonna be the sacrificial lamb as Garvey and Quay try and escape. Uniboy is off on the side, but Scout is here and he wants the 1v1. Quay will fall as well, and EDG find another fight.
That was called. They go to split around the map without teleports available to Flandre, but it ends up working out for them purely because they can get a huge amount of damage onto the carries of LGD just purely from the Baron because it took them so long to take. They bring themselves back in. Now they've got pressure in all 3 lanes. They're going to be able to crack over this inhibitor. He's able to just weave in. Absolutely. It's almost a dance at how beautifully elegant it is, but I can't keep talking because they're going to have a fight.
Here we go. Well, Chance is gone. That's one way to start the fight. Garvey has found himself very alone in the world, and there's 2 of them to deal with, so his Q doesn't do as much as he would like. Flandre now in a 1 versus 3, but that's Renekton's comfort zone, all right. Colt is trying to back away from this one, should be able to enter the game. Look at the CS deficit in that AD carry role. It's almost 100 in favor of Viper, as now they start to siege on the bottom.
Better and more precise game. Garvey trying to see if he can get a push in the mid lane, but I like this from LGD. This isn't sole point. You're not giving up a billion things here, and the Trouble Bubble. Weaver's Wall comes out as well.
Gorgeous from Scout. Oh my days, what a pick from him. Garvey overextends, and Scout is more than the mid lane.
This isn't really bad for LGD right now because the waves are very much an even-Steven setup. We actually see the Weaver's Wall going to be used to try and just dissuade them. This is looking like EDG. They don't really know what they want to go for, the Baron or the fight.
In, flashes over the wall, gets straight onto Quay. Now the rest of the team comes in. Scout, massive damage across the squad here, but he has to go golden himself. As Colt trying to pressure in the 1v1 here. They're on the wrong sides of the map. LGD have a free ticket to get straight on towards this inhib if they want. They've got minions under the tower, but they've waited too long and they've been cleared by the Supers. Viper, incredibly low, but the QSS keeps him alive for now. Scout now with the trouble bubble goes on towards Chance. Garvey's going to try and bully him away. The 1v1 favors Garvey, but he backs off in the end. Can't chase too deep for this one. Scout misses on the trouble bubble. Flying Drake moves forward, but the Sterex makes him invincible. Viper's knocked up in the meantime. Still 1 HP, but he's got a GA to work with as well. But Flandre is about to fall into the GA of his own. Into the fight they go. They're trying to execute LGD. One by one, they're starting to fall. Scout survived. Everybody somehow surviving. Garvey goes in to try and clean it up, but Scout's on the scene. Garvey forced to flash back over the wall, and now they're chasing down on towards the rest of the members. Quay suddenly alone in the world. Just like Bambi, he might get shot down as well. Flandre will chase him through the jungle as EDG run it up mid.
That was such a strangely close fight there. EDG and LGD not giving any quarter to either side, but now with this to keep Quay away, they know the death timers are too big. They can go for the end here. EDG, they look like they're going to take their first 2-0.
Yeah, Quay trying to escape in the meantime, but Flandre, he doesn't need the kill. He just has to stop the recall. Viper is still firing on all cylinders, and this is going to be game 2-0 with a fantastic set of team fights.